Real feminine confidence is quiet. It doesn't announce itself, it radiates. Welcome to day 29. I'm Dr. Nicole, and today we're talking about feminine confidence, the kind that doesn't need to prove itself because it's so secure in what it is. This isn't about being loud, aggressive, or demanding attention. This is about the quiet certainty that comes from knowing your worth so deeply that you don't need external validation to confirm it. If you've been confusing confidence with volume, or if you've been trying to prove your worth through performance, this will completely shift how you understand and embody true feminine confidence. Let's start by understanding the difference between loud confidence and quiet confidence. Loud confidence seeks validation. It needs to be seen, heard, and acknowledged. It announces itself through volume, through achievements, through constant self promotion. It says, "Look at me, listen to me, validate me." Quiet confidence assumes worth. It doesn't need to announce itself because it is so secure in its value. It doesn't seek validation because it validates itself. It doesn't need to prove anything because it knows what it knows. Loud confidence is often rooted in insecurity. It's trying to convince others and itself of its worth. Quiet confidence is rooted in security. It doesn't need convincing because the knowing is internal. Think about the most confident women you know. Are they the ones who are constantly talking about their achievements, demanding attention, or trying to dominate every conversation? Or are they the ones who speak thoughtfully, listen deeply, and have this quiet presence that draws people to them? Feminine confidence is the latter. It's magnetic, not because it's trying to attract attention, but because it's so comfortable within itself that others feel comfortable around it. Here's something crucial. Feminine confidence is directly connected to nervous system regulation. When your nervous system is calm, you naturally embody quiet confidence. You don't need to rush your words because you're not anxious about being heard. You don't need to fill every silence because you're comfortable with the space. You don't need to prove yourself because you're not in survival mode. But when your nervous system is activated, when you're stressed, anxious, or triggered, confidence becomes performance. You start trying to convince others of your worth because you're not feeling it internally. This is also why all the confidence techniques in the world won't work if you're not regulated or you don't know how to get regulated. You can practice power poses and affirmations all day, but if you're operating from fight or flight or freeze, your confidence will feel forced and inauthentic. True feminine confidence comes from a regulated nervous system that feels safe, supported, and secure, and a story about oneself that believes it. Here's the key distinction. Confident women don't prove their worth, they presence it. Proving is about doing, achieving, demonstrating, and convincing. It's about external validation and performance. Presencing is about being, embodying, radiating, existing. It's about internal knowing and authentic expression. When you're trying to prove your confidence, you might talk about your achievements constantly, name drop or humble brag, dominate conversations, interrupt others, speak louder to be heard, or fill every silence with words. When you're presencing your confidence, you listen more than you speak. You ask thoughtful questions. You share authentically when appropriate. You allow natural pauses in conversation. You speak with calm certainty. You take up space without apology. The difference is internal. Proving comes from scarcity, the fear that you're not enough. Presencing comes from abundance, the knowing that you are enough. Radiant feminine confidence is attractive because it's rare and because it creates safety for others. In a world where most people are performing, competing, or trying to prove themselves, someone who is genuinely comfortable with themselves stands out immediately. Radiant confidence creates emotional safety because it's not trying to take anything from you. It's not competing with you, not trying to one up you, not seeking your validation. It's simply existing in its own fullness. This is why radiant women attract opportunities, relationships, and experiences without having to chase them. Their energy is so magnetic because it's so secure. People want to be around energy that feels good, and nothing feels better than being around someone who is genuinely comfortable within themselves. Let's talk about some practical shifts to embody this quiet confidence. Slower speech is one. Slower speech. Confident women don't rush their words. They speak at a pace that allows others to really hear them. When you slow down your speech, you automatically sound more thoughtful, more intentional, more confident. Try to practice speaking 20% slower than you normally would. Let your words have weight and space. Fewer words. You don't need to fill every silence or explain every thought. Confident women are comfortable with brevity. They say what needs to be said and then stop. Practice the power of the pause. After you make a point, let it land before you add more. Trust that your words have impact. Then there's genuine eye contact, not staring, not intense gazing, but genuine, comfortable eye contact. This shows that you're present, that you're not afraid to be seen, and that you're interested in real connection. Try to practice looking at people when they speak to you and when you speak to them. Let your eyes be soft but steady. Comfort with pauses. This is key. Confident women don't fear silence. They understand that pauses create space for deeper connection and more thoughtful conversation. Try to practice sitting with silence instead of rushing to fill it up. Try to let conversations breathe. And then there's taking up appropriate space. This isn't about being loud or dominating, it's about not shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. Sit up straight, use gestures that feel natural, speak at a volume that can be heard, and practice existing fully in your body without apology. Here's what ties all of this together. The energy behind quiet feminine confidence is love, not fear. When you're operating from love, love for yourself, love for others, love for life, confidence flows naturally. You don't need to prove anything because you're not afraid of anything. When you're operating from fear, whether it's fear of rejection, fear of not being enough, fear of being judged, confidence becomes performance. The most radiant women I know have done their inner work to heal their relationship with themselves. They've learned to validate themselves internally so they don't need constant external validation. Confidence isn't volume, it's certainty. It's the quiet knowing that you belong exactly where you are, that your voice matters, that your presence is a gift. You don't need to announce your worth, you just need to know it. And when you know it deeply, everyone else will feel it too. Make sure you hit subscribe for day 30, where we're talking about emotional availability 101, how to be open to love without losing yourself. Tell me in the comments, what is one way you want to practice quiet confidence today? I'll see you tomorrow. I'm Dr. Nicole.